Last time.
I'd like to call the meeting to order. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, Mary.
Mrs. Brew?
Here.
Mr. Kramer?
Here.
Mr. Meneghini?
Here.
Mr. Oja?
Here.
Mr. Pop?
Here.
We'll move on to the approval of the agenda. Do I have a motion on the agenda?
I make a motion to approve the agenda. Support.
Mr. Kramer?
Yes.
Mr. Meneghini?
Yes.
Mr. Oja?
Yes.
Mr. Pop?
Yes.
Mrs. Brew?
Yes. We have no minutes and we have no manifests. At this time, if there's anyone that in the audience that would like to make a comment on anything on the agenda, they may do so now.
You want to introduce Tom? Should we, I don't know if everybody on the council knows Tom Brett. He's the other person in the audience.
Tom Frett, champion. Come on. Yep.
All right, we'll move on to the approval USDA-RDWWTP project change order.
Okay, it's the only item on the agenda. We talked this week and pressed to have a special meeting to further review the change order, kind of move this along. You know, as we pointed out at the meeting, that of the $90,000 roughly, that $86,000 of it was for the concrete, the TCR work. I believe Scott and Brett, you guys were able to, or Brett, you were able to get some additional information this week, clarifying information in the change order, and so request was to bring it forward to possibly move forward or approving the change order. At next council meeting, I believe we're going to have a pay request that's coming forward. So I know that this was a major part for the pay request for TCR. I'm going to open it up. Bruce is here and Tom's here from Gunlock Champion. Open it up to questions, I guess, at this point.
Does anybody have any questions or comments?
I had said Monday night that I wanted to find out more information on before I approved anything, and we had a meeting yesterday or the day before going over some of the things that I did have issues with, and I was straightened out. The information was given to me correctly about what was going on with what we had. A lot of the stuff was not just placed in there, it was placed in there by one of the employees down at the thing. That was just additional work that was been done. And I believe that he has the power to do it down there. So everything, the TCR thing, I had said that I was good with on the Monday night meeting. I just wanted to get more information on some of the other things, and I've gotten it. I'm happy with the information that I got.
Okay. Brett?
The TCR thing definitely for me was definitely just a miscommunication. I thought it was for something else, but after further looking into the explanation of why, it all makes sense. I mean, it's in their contract that they would present that right at the end of their work, that a change order for a certain amount, and they've done that, and the work, in my opinion, was done 100% to spec.
Okay.
Yeah, spec was followed.
And I caught the tail end of the meeting, and I have to agree with Brett.
Okay.
I have no comments.
Okay. And I also got a chance to meet yesterday morning and got some of my questions answered also, so I'm fine with it. So do I have a motion to approve the project change order in the amount of $90,274.38?
I make a motion that we approve the change order number 2 for WWTP project in the amount of $90,274.38.
Support.
Mr. Meneghini?
Yes.
Mr. Oja?
No.
Mr. Pop?
Yes.
Mrs. Brew?
Yes.
Mr. Kramer?
Yes.
Anyone that would, from the audience, would like to address the council can do so at this time. We have nobody in the audience. I need a motion to adjourn.
I'd like to make a comment, if
Oh,
you
I'm
don't mind.
sorry.
You want to go ahead first, Ray?
No, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot about that.
With these little increases, well, I shouldn't call them little, but these increases, Ray, and seeing as our 5-year deficit plan was not approved by the state, when we originally set this up, the rates, the new rates that we put in effect, we had hoped that we wouldn't have to have a rate increase for the next 2 years. Is that still a hopeful thing, or are we going to have a rate increase in the next couple of years?
No, at this point, we are not over the budget of the project as a whole. I think Jeremy brought it up at the meeting about the loader. I think we're through our contingency, we're into some of the equipment, but we still have roughly $50,000 in the budget. So as we go through these change orders, we're going to have to be mindful of them. We also, we're not done in that discussion on those change orders, so I would say no, we're gonna stay within our budget for the project, which means that we're gonna stay within the rate evaluation. And as far as the state not accepting our deficit elimination plan, they're basically gonna reevaluate it come July 1st. What they said was that, we had a 5-year plan 3 years ago, and then 2 years, and then 1 year, and they kept, we had some issues with that plan, what we talked to about 3 years ago. And so what they said is, hey, we're not gonna just take a new plan, we're looking at your other one, and we're not approving this new plan that you guys proposed. I think come July 1st, and after our audit, we're gonna reevaluate it with Treasury, and we'll come to an agreement with them, so.
Sounds good.
Jeremy, did you have any comments? No, okay.
I'd like to,
right.
oh, go ahead.
No.
Scott or Brett?
No, I have nothing.
Grant?
No, thank you.
Okay.
One thing is this special meeting, and we are taping the meeting, and because of how we handle Channel 7 with the schedule on our regular meetings, it's up to council how we want to air a special meeting, but definitely we can get it out on the webpage or YouTube, any special meetings. Now, whether or not you want us to try and put this on Channel 7, that's up to you guys. But I just wanted to say that, we will get it out on the.
If we hadn't recorded it, that was gonna be my comment, was I thought we should have to at least put it on YouTube.
Yeah.
So I'm glad to see that we did that, and that was the plan.
Yeah, and that's an easy thing. So any of our budget hearings, everything like that, we can record those and get them on YouTube. It's a little more problematic trying to schedule them into that schedule unless we, try to work them in the second week, but then we gotta make sure we advertise as
Right.
such, because people will miss a week and then they don't get the regular meeting.
Right. I would at least put it on YouTube.
Yes.
The other comment that I'd like to make, and this is for, again, the public benefit as well as the council, is that, and our project team, that, one of the things that that we're going to work hard at, and we need to work hard at, is the communication within, within those requests. So, we're going to definitely, work on when I get the information from the pay request, and Bruce, goes from Tom to Bruce and then Bruce to me, we're gonna have to make sure we up the timing on that so that we can have time to allow Scott and Brett, who's been appointed by council to represent, for evaluating the details. And so, apologize for this particular issue, kind of got shoehorned in on Monday, and you guys didn't have all that information. Quickly worked it out, obviously, within 3 days, by Wednesday, so that won't happen again. We need to make that happen. So, that's all I have.
All right. Anybody else? No? I need a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion, we adjourn.
Support.
Mr. Menegini?
Yes.
Mr. Oja?
Yes.
Mr. Pop?
Yes.
Mrs. Brew?
Yes.
Mr. Kramer?
Yes.
Just about ready.
I don't know.